They talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness. They talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness. They talking all of this madness.
What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Matt Matters Network live on YouTube. I'm your host for tonight, Aloy Lloyd. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yes, thank you. So it's just me tonight. Eric, last minute, he had to put out a couple fires, but I'm here for you guys tonight. So as always, make sure to be watching on YouTube for your best listening/viewing experience. So make sure you guys do that. Also, Ringside Club will use code MMAN to save 10% off your order. And make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, like, and turn on your post notifications. So, going for a couple of weeks, but let's see what's going on. The Rock out here looking like he went from the final boss to the supervisor. So we got that. What? Yes, we got that. What else we got? Oh, by the way, all the Cowboy fans that was in my comments on here in TikTok, this for you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what's going on in the world. Go Birds, baby. So I didn't watch much over the past couple of weeks, guys, other than the advertised content. Nothing too much out the ordinary other than that. So we got WrestlePalooza coming up next week. That'll be the first PLE live on the E, aka ESPN. We got that coming up next week on the 20th. So we got that coming up. So we'll get right into it since I'm solo tonight. So we got probably one of the biggest returns that we would possibly never get ever in WWE history. And I think we were all this person as well when it actually did happen. So I think shout out to this content creator as well, because I'm pretty sure we were all him the second we heard that music.
All right, bro. I'm finna go inside.
All right. So, all right, guys. So hell finally froze over again. So we got the return of AJ Lee back to WWE. Like I said, something we never thought we would actually end up getting. And if you're under a rock, AJ Lee is the wife of CM Punk, if you're legit under a real rock. But this is something that was speculated heavily right after Clash in Paris, when Becky Lynch got involved in the Fatal 4-Way and cost Punk the heavyweight championship of the world, that AJ Lee will be returning. Like I said, something we never thought we would end up getting, but we actually finally do get it. And this is actually really exciting. She looked great. Abs still abbing. Didn't look like she aged a day. She still got it. Cadence, everything is perfect. The skip. She did make a comment on Raw about retiring her Chuck Taylor. She did because she started to wear Vans. So I did appreciate that. She's probably the only person in the planet that could actually get a therapy chant over. And that is what she actually did. And I'm looking forward to this. I'm very excited. Anytime we got AJ Lee over the past, few years, it was seen as a win, because we never thought we would actually see her in the world of wrestling again. Because I remember a few years back that we got her involved in Women of Wrestling with Jeannie Buss. I believe she was a part of some creative team or something along those lines. But we took that as a win because everybody just wanted some of AJ Lee. So we got that. But now we're getting something that we probably never thought we would have got. Like I said, we got AJ Lee back. And now it's interesting because she's a part of that crop of women that shaped this new generation of women. You hear Chelsea Green and Maxine Dupree, for example. They always discuss how Total Divas got them into wrestling. Then they didn't necessarily watch, but they watched Total Divas, and that got them into it. And then you have the women who were diehard fans, and they were all AJ Lee fans. Like, you got the Baileys, you got the Roxanne Perez, you got Cora Jade / Elena Black. You got her. When CM Punk first came back, CM Punk even took a picture of it with all of them saying, I'm with all of AJ Lee's children, because they were all they were all into wrestling because of AJ Lee, and she said she is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. So it's really enjoyable to see that because, like I said, like we're kind of got our older generation. It's crazy to think that Nikki Bella, AJ Lee are like the old guard, and they're in here with our new generation of women. So it's really interesting to have that whole concept of it. But there's so many possibilities now. Like we didn't get AJ versus Becky Lynch, but now we're getting that. We didn't get AJ. We can now get AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez, AJ Lee versus Charlotte, AJ Lee versus Io Sky, AJ Lee versus Rhea Ripley. Everything is fresh. Everything is new. And I'm so excited to have her back. I'm not going to get too much into what I thought about her dealing with Rollins and Becky, because I'm going to say that for next week when we preview WrestlePalooza. But the endless possibilities of AJ Lee back in WWE, and she's here. She's here to stay. It was a multi-year deal. She's here to stay. And the storylines that they can actually tell. We could probably even finally get a payoff to the whole Bayley awkward hug at NXT segment. We could finally probably get a proper payoff to that. But the excitement level of AJ Lee being back is high. And I definitely am looking forward to it because so much AJ Lee could actually give in this division now. And one more thing is I talked about she being part of the old guard with the new guard. Also with the new guard from an in-ring perspective, I've always said I hold them in higher regard than a lot of the men. So when it comes to AJ Lee getting in the ring with these newer women, I'm curious to see what she looks like from an in-ring perspective with these new dance partners that she can actually have. And AJ Lee was great with the minimal talent that she had back then from an in-ring perspective, no disrespect. But now the talent is even elevated even more. So I cannot wait to see what we actually get from that when it comes to AJ Lee. So we're going to stay in the women's division for a second next because